Buongiorno. I've got a couple of things to say, so here goes. I've done my first session within the 12-week plan for this case study of mine, a hypothetical client, basically. I'm definitely learning a couple of things here and there regarding doing personal training sessions. This course, this level 4 advanced personal training course, I think is really helping me get it together with leadership skills. Leadership skills that I need to be able to have a long-term aim, split it into weekly goals, and to follow through with those weekly goals week by week, no matter what, whatever the weather, regardless of how sick I am. I'm inclined to say that I like how this is going because I'm now seeing some benefit with it because of the improvements that I'm starting to believe I'm making in terms of having a long-term aim, getting that long-term aim written into my diary on a weekly basis and doing it on a daily basis and experiencing some results with it. I have something to show for it now, so it doesn't seem like an activity I do on a daily basis, it being doing the course, which I'd experienced frustration from, even though I'd claim I'd want to do it, because I'm doing it and I believe that I'm experiencing some benefit from it, like being able to set myself up for doing such activities for real clients and not just someone that I've been able to collaborate with who wouldn't necessarily have personal training sessions with me in particular. Not for any reason in particular, but I'm just saying. With that in mind, I had to do a lot of physical activity to make sure that I was where I needed to be in, so that I could do what I needed to do, because I definitely cannot be physically inactive to go and be where I need to be to get this done regarding because of where the grounds are in which I do the sessions. I could take public transport, but I want to put money aside for things other than public transport, unless I'd be going out to go and travel for leisure reasons. So I'm setting aside the money for that, at least for now, and other expenses, instead of using it regularly, using the money that I do have, which is barely any, but some on a regular basis to just keep going back and forth from these grounds. Speaking of physical activity, I have been very physically active today. I've been outside a whole lot doing what I've planned to do. Not necessarily what I need to do, but what I've planned to do with a long-term aim in mind, with getting this course of mine done. And I also had some work to do outside of the coursework that I need to go and do. So I've done personal training based work, upskilling wise, through doing the course today, and I've done fitness coach work in terms of, or regarding the shift, through the shift, sorry, that I also did today. I feel quite tired, but I'm okay with that. I think I'll be setting myself up for better sleep that way. I was reading a Managing Depression book based on CBT, Managing Depression for Dummies, and one of the tips that I remember them giving was about getting up when you wake up and making sure you wake up when you get up. And I think by the latter phrasing they mean making sure that one is highly alert when they get up rather than feeling really tired after they get up. And I could definitely say that has, at least has helped me today with quite a bit of sleep, at least as much as I could regarding my situation. It does get quite loud. So regarding my living circumstances, I'd say I definitely did a good enough job at making sure I'm okay in that regard when it comes to sleep. So I was able to go and do what I needed to, or what I planned to do. Yeah. It is a lot. It's a lot, but the amount that I'm doing started to increase anyway. And if I keep this up, I'll be doing personal training based work, or personal training / fitness coach based work, 6 days a week. I don't even want to work as PT though. It's doing the course is helping me out personally, but I don't want to do personal training. I think I'd be personally, rather ironically, gaining too many qualifications for people to just not take me seriously. I don't want to get 10 plus qualifications for people to then cancel out on me and to say, well, my kid did this or my kid did that. Oh no, I can't turn up because an emergency happened with my son at school. I don't want that, man. Not to say that that's a real situation, I'm only speaking hypothetically here, but that is not something I want. I don't want to get all of these qualifications I'm on the way to getting, and I'm in the middle of getting, to then have that being focusing on logistics and overcoming that barrier for 40 plus years, depending on how long I live anyway. I don't want that for my entire career. Forget that. That's not something I want to do. And only for just about above minimum wage, potentially only on some months, I'll pass. No can do. So I think I definitely would eventually move on to completely from personal training onto something else. I was thinking of doing maybe an education academy of some sort, providing that education that many people could benefit from regardless of ability and regardless of the sort of sport you do, to have quite fundamental and also more advanced level knowledge that many people will be able to pick from. I don't know if I'd only do that online or if I'd have a place in person which I'd be at, but maybe that's what I'd do. These sorts of thoughts could be so crucial because this could be to do with my legacy, what I leave behind if I die a few decades from now, for example, like at 60, for example. Maybe these exact thoughts of mine would be the thoughts I'd have that would mean that I die leaving a physical building in my name, saying that this is how I've decided to live my, or showing that this is how I've decided to live my life. That is what I would have put my life's work toward. I don't know, but at least I'm getting it. I'm getting myself together in that regard at this age, and ever since probably 16 when I started to really get myself together, deciding that I wouldn't watch porn anymore. Perhaps I'm setting myself up for an amazing way of life from this point onward. I just probably would have to keep going for a bit longer before poverty is gone for good. This financial poverty is just, not something I want to live with anymore.